Honestly, I got into the alternative lifestyle because my mom's and my dad's friend, a good family friend, had a Crow poster, The Crow, the movie, in her room, and I thought it looked really cool because he was wearing all black and he had this really crazy makeup, and I never really realized it till I was older. That's actually was kind of the moment that I was like, I need to do things that are different, and I liked the fact that he was, in a band and their wedding was on Halloween and The Cure was in the background. It was one of those things where I was like, oh, this shit's pretty cool. I like it. And when I started listening to The Cure, I got more into like the goth side of things as far as what I thought looked cool. I mean, Robert Smith, let's be real here, his hair is pretty amazing, so, and the makeup's cool. The men wearing makeup I thought was really interesting too, because I had never really seen that before, so that's kind of how I got into it, and that's what made me stay in it, and then it just kind of progressed where I started with, wearing black clothes and having my hair black, and then I was like, well, green hair would be pretty cool, so let's do that. Red hair would be pretty cool. Let's get a bunch of tattoos. Let's split your tongue and get some piercings and do neat, interesting things. An average day for me is usually I wake up pretty early, or I try to. Sometimes I like to sleep in, because sleeping's good. And I'll do my makeup, which takes a little bit of time because I'm really invested in uh, the products that I use and things like that, because I'm a freelance makeup artist as well. And I'll go to my tattoo studio that I manage and do that for most of the day. Generally after work I'll get off and decide that I just want to hang out, so I'll watch a lot of movies, and sometimes I'll go to shows. As far as modeling goes, I like doing shoots that are kind of innovative. They're not really inside the box totally. I do a lot of like boudoir shoots that are they're boudoir shoots, but they're kind of altered a little bit to be a little more edgy and a little more me. And I definitely do some weird things as far as what my photographers decide to do. I'll kind of go the extra mile with that. So I've gotten in swampy water before, which I don't like water, so that was definitely interesting. It's been really cold too. I've gotten in milk baths with fake flowers. I've covered myself in blood. It's just kind of, I just like doing fun, interesting shoots, and it's always something new and cool that I'm getting myself into as far as photography goes. I kind of just do whatever. I like to walk through the woods too, which is fun, and you find a lot of cool things. I actually collect skeletons, dead animals, and things like that. I like to do, I've been learning taxidermy and resin pouring as well. I would say what motivates me the most is other people telling me that I can't do it or that I won't succeed in it. And also I would like to be an inspirational icon to others that are looking to get into the industry. I was definitely treated different while I was growing up. I had a couple different bullies during my high school and middle school, elementary school even, that they said a lot of really horrible things to me, and it was one of those things where I kind of just had to take it in stride. It definitely sucked, but it wasn't, anything that I can control as well. I mean, I could have looked normal, but it didn't seem like something that I really wanted to do, so I got made fun of for the fact that I drew on my eyebrows, that I wore pink eyeshadow sometimes, my trip pants, which, I mean, realistically, I might make fun of myself for that now, too, if I wore them. Uh, but yeah, I had a lot of bullies. Even as an adult, I feel like I still get bullies that they don't quite get it, and they're like, well, I wouldn't do it, but, oh, if you want to do it, and it's like, well, yeah, I do want to do it. Why did you get your face tattooed? Because I fucking wanted to. Like, why is your hair green? Because I think it looks cool. Oh, well, I think you'd look better. Well, doesn't matter to me. So I do still get bullied here and there, but I'm an adult, so it's, take it in stride. Gotta do it. The people that supported me growing up, my dad was really very loose as far as that went. He didn't really care as long as I was happy, what I look like, or, you know, really what I did, as long as I was getting good grades and being a good person, which I did. And my mom was, she was a little hesitant on it. My grandparents didn't like the fact that I was so different than their other grandkids. But then they came to realize that I wasn't a bad person and that it didn't make me any different, and that realistically the other grandchildren, you know, they ended up being kind of similar to me as well anyway. One of my cousins ended up wanting to be like a mortician or something for a little bit, and they, oh, okay, you know, that's interesting, but sure. And then after that they were like, well, anything Bree does is just, you know, whatever. People that are against me modeling, there really isn't that many of them. I do have a couple of people probably from high school that aren't too fond of me doing this, just because I think it's a jealousy thing, but just because they're a little, got a lot of hate in their own hearts, I think, so I feel bad for them, but other than that, everyone's really supportive about what I'm doing. I have a really big support net as far as what I'm doing and where I want to go with it, and I can, you know, pretty much anyone will help me out as long as I'm just sticking with it. I would say to be fully in like the alternative lifestyle, you probably have to do things that are more unusual more often than not. So things that, like I said, wouldn't necessarily be a normal thing that you would do, or a normal thing that is considered to be average. So even, you know, coloring your hair a different color and consistently keeping it a different color, or getting a bunch of tattoos instead of just having one or two. Weird body modifications are another one. You know, things that people kind of look at and maybe give you a dirty look, but they're not meaning to. I would say if you get a lot of dirty looks, you're probably living an alternative lifestyle, because people definitely don't, you know, consider it to be something that they want to, you know, have their children around or something, even though it really doesn't make a difference. We're still good people. I have a lot of tattoos. Like, I didn't think I had a lot of tattoos up until maybe a month or two ago. And I'm like, I have, most of my body is covered. I still have room, but I don't have like a lot of space. People are like, "Oh, you're running out of room," and I'm like, "Well, I'm only 27. Like, it's not like I'm, you know, I'm only young for a little bit. Like, and then I'll be old, and I won't want to get my skin tattooed. And the older that I get, the more that this shit hurts. So I don't want to do it. But yeah, I'd say upwards of probably 60, right? Something like that. I really like my Stay Spooky. I have Stay Spooky tattooed right here, which I think is kind of like a cool life motto, but...
Why'd you get Stay Spooky? If you don't mind me asking.
No, it was because I'm goth as fuck. That was what I said when I got it. I, I, it was either that or keep it creepy, and Stay Spooky just seemed to resonate a little more with me, so I just kind of went with it, and then he tattooed it on me. I had a killer fucking toothache, and I had to get my tooth pulled like the next day, and I was like, if you're gonna do it, I bet it won't hurt as bad if we do it now. So he tattooed